serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world. This is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Sports Network broadcast crew is ready in the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Exclusive pre-game coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network and the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
And a very pleasant, good evening for a second time as we are set for our nightcap of our doubleheader action here today as the Renegades taking on the Nevada Griffons in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Game 1 went in favor of the Renegades by a final of 5-2. Blake Gazaway here with you, joined by Tom Collins as Tom's going to join us here. And Tom, we're glad to have you here on the broadcast this evening.
Thanks. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. Let's see if we can get a sweep tonight.
That's right. You're always our statistician on the money, having the decisions of whether it's a single, an error, or whatever it is. So glad to have you joining us here on the broadcast here this evening. As we said, Renegades win Game 1 in walk-off fashion as TJ Rockerbomber, the DH, sends a ball over the right field fence for a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 7th inning that gives the win to the Renegades. And really, it's everything you could script up. There was 2 outs. We had runners on base, full count. What more can you ask for?
Yes, and it was a no-doubt blast over the right field fence. I think everybody in the stands knew it was gone. TJ definitely knew it was gone. And if the Renegades go on a really hot streak here last month of the season, I think you could point to that very at bat as the play that may turn the Renegade season around, snapped a 6-game losing streak. They're battling Nevada right now for the final playoff spot.
Yeah, there was a lot at stake for this first game, and Game 2 obviously still has a lot at stake as these two teams matching up in a South Division matchup. So a lot on there that they've got to take care of. On the mound here for Game 2 of the doubleheader will be Caleb Carricker, the 6-foot, 190-pound right-handed freshman. He's from Columbia and plays at William Woods, so he will have the start here of Game 2. Maltby started Game 1, had a good look, and went, 6 innings of work and did a nice job.
Went 6. Brady pitched a whale of a ball game. Only had really one big inning where he had to work a lot. He threw 6 innings. Only surrendered 5 hits and only walked 1 batter, and it was an intentional walk. And then, every time Nevada scored in the first game, the Renegades would pop back and score to tie the game. Adonis Forte was in the midst of a lot of the scoring. He went 1 for 2, scored 2 runs, and stole 3 bases. And we're about ready to get underway here.
So we are set for Game 2 here, as this will be shortstop Caleb Chance will be leading off the ball game for the Griffons. As the Griffons fall to 10-18 on the season for the Renegades, they sit at 10 and 15. First pitch in there called strike 1 to Chance, as he will be down in the count at 0-1. Glad you're tuned in here tonight on the Show Me Sports Network for doubleheader action here at Griffons baseball. 0-1 offering on its way. That one just misses outside, ball one.
Your official first pitch time, 8 o'clock on the dot. Home plate umpire Chris Haddock making the calls. Blaine Murphy umpiring on the bases, and got an interesting story for you, Blake. Blaine, as a young man, played summer league baseball, and his coach was none other than yours truly.
There you go. There you go. Have a good connection there. So 2 balls, 1 strike count. Carricker's next pitch, that one's going to be fouled out of play, so that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that goes well out of play, so one of the youngsters is going to have to track down that foul ball.
That foul ball brought to you by the Eddie Goodell Society.
Says it's 91 degrees, feels like 101, but I think my my phone's lying to me. I don't think it feels that hot.
Yeah, we've certainly got a little bit of an overcast out here right now. And a little bit of a breeze from time to time, so it's actually not too unpleasant. Of course, we're not in the position of Luke Fuller right now.
Yeah, the first game it was 108 to 98 to 108 was the temperature, but it felt like 108 to 110. That one fouled off as well. We did see the catcher for the Griffons go down with what we think is a was a cramp of some kind.
Yeah, it was cramps. He came over to the Renegades dugout in between games to get some ice, and I asked him if he told him he needed to stay hydrated, and he said, I drank about 10 water bottles the night before and about 7 before the game tonight. So
there's a bouncing ball to Imgarden at third, over to Nolf for out number 1. So first one up, first one down. It's a good way to get the game underway here. So now it'll be second baseman and Jay Snyder. So Schneider will be due up. He played in game 1 as well. Most of these players played in both games.
Yeah, Snyder went 1 for 4 in game 1.
So Carricker looks in, gets the sign from Fuller. As Fuller gets the start, he should be in the rotation from now on out through the remainder of the season behind home plate. That pitch outside and low, ball 1. One thing that I like about this team is there's players that have some good versatility, can put them about anywhere on the field, and they can make a play. 1-0 offering that one downstairs, makes it 2-0.
Yes, they have a lot of players that can play a lot of different positions. Luke Fuller is caught. He's played some third. He's played some first. He's played some outfield. We got Ian Nolf at first base, who's played some second and first.
That one in there called strike 1. You know, and people don't think about this for those that are maybe new to summer collegiate baseball. It's a little bit different than most other baseballs you see, or people think of the MLB, where you get guys and you have quite a bit of depth, but that's not always the case with summer baseballs. That pitch is going to be a well-hit ball as Adonis Forte coming over, so does Matashak, and Forte will make the grab for out number 2. As 2 up and 2 down, now it'll be center fielder and Nick Martino. And as I was saying, though, people don't always realize that it's a little bit different. You almost need a squad for June and another squad for July, as you get players that come in and get shut down by their coaches, or for whatever reason they have to have limited time, and you need those players you can move around, especially when you have 6 games in 4 days like we have upcoming.
Yeah, and it I talked to Coach DeMilla several times during the course of my time here as we get a ground ball short. Plants throws. No problem there.
So 3 up and 3 down there is nice work for the top of the first. Now we'll have to go to work, put some runs on the board, and make it a quick evening. As we'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Goodell Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Goodell's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Stock and Norm Direct.
We go to the bottom of the first inning here after a quick work of Griffons was made. On the mound for the Griffons will be Jonah. I can't read my own handwriting.
Sarabia.
Yeah, Sarabia. Couldn't tell if that was an R or an I. That's what happens when you're tired. You just write sloppy, can't read it. Maybe that's all the time for me.
Yeah, Sarabia, I believe he would be considered the Griffons' ace. So as we're getting ready to start the bottom of the first inning, he pitched previously against the Renegades the last time the Griffons were in town.
It seems like we've seen him more often than not. Of course, these two teams haven't matched up that many times this season, but it does seem like he's always on the mound. As it'll be lineup for the Renegades. Forte will lead off in center field, then Brennan Perkins in left field. Batting third will be right fielder Jack Matashak catching.
From Omaha, Nebraska,
Batting fourth will be Luke Fuller, then TJ Rockerbomber. Then it'll be second baseman Colby Ott batting sixth. Andrew Imgarten, third baseman at 7 hole. Batting eighth, Ian Nolf at first base. Batting ninth will be Taylor Hopkins. As that will be the lineup here for these two squads. First pitch to Adonis Forte. Misses ball 1.
Now, like I said, Adonis is the type of player that can make things happen. He certainly made a lot of things happen in game 1. Went 1 for 2, walked twice, stole 3 bases, scored 2 runs. One of them coming on the big fly from TJ Rockerbomber.
Yeah, he did so much work in the first game, he had to change his jersey for game 2.
Yes.
That
I think
one
his
upstairs.
old jersey probably had about an extra 10 pounds of dirt on it. So
Yeah, it started off white, ended the game very much a brown color, as he did a lot of sliding, a lot of stealing. So he's wearing a different jersey here for game 2. 3-0 offering on its way. That one down central for called strike 1.
he's sporting TJ Wilmsmeyer's normal number of 24 for this game.
Wilmsmeyer, we'll see him the second half of the season here, only on the mound. That one inside, ball 4. So Wilmsmeyer still part of the squad, but he's going to be one of the pitching aces for June for the Renegades. Is he another player that can play at pretty much any position?
And as we were talking, in the top of the first about the versatility of this team, and yeah, you do need 2 squads per month because a lot of times you're, especially on the pitching side, Coach DeMilla is really concerned, or he really makes it a concerted effort to follow these kids' college coaches as to use of their arms during the season.
There's going to be a ball by Perkins lifted to center field. Center fielder going back on it. Forte will tag, and he's going to come into second easily, as that'll be Brennan Perkins, the line for him, 5'11", 195-pound sophomore from Prairie Village, Kansas. Right-hander across the board, plays at Truman State. Now we'll go to Jack Matashak, as Matashak also changing a jersey for tonight's game. So Matashak, normally 27, wearing 13. He's 6'2", 210 freshman from Kirkwood, Missouri, plays at Jefferson College, bats left, throws right. So he also did enough work. He needed a clean jersey for game 2.
And he was 1 for 3 with a walk, and he drove in the Renegades' first run and scored. He was also on base when Rockerbomber went the distance.
So Matashak will step back in. As he is heading the count, 1 ball, no strike. Again, 1 out here, runner on second, that's Forte. That one downstairs in the dirt. That'll put him ahead in the count at 2-0. And for the Renegades, they are trying to sweep the Griffons here. Sarabia on the mound for the Griffons. He'll look in. Donis Forte again dancing at second base, 2-0 offering. That one Called strike one. Belt high strike right there. It's kind of funny looking at Adonis's uniform out there. The top is stark white. The bottom is dirt brown.
Yep.
So 2 balls, 1 strike count. Again, double look in at second. That pitch, that one's going to be fouled back. So that'll leave in the count at 2 balls and 2 strike. Luke Fuller in the on-deck circle.
And he, too, will be sporting a different number tonight. Normally he wears number 11, but Brandon Mulpey was wearing that number on the mound tonight in Game 1. So Luke will be sporting number 38 for this game. So 3 plus 8's 11.
Yep, he's still got the magic there, hopefully. Yep. So 2 balls, 2 strike count, again 1 out. Next pitch on its way. There's going to be a ball that's going to get into left field, and Forte's going to be given the go sign as he's on his way home. He will slide in, and back safely at first is Matishak, as now, as if Adonis Forte didn't have enough dirt on the front of his uniform, now he's got the back covered in dirt, but most importantly, he gives the Renegades an early 1-0 lead.
Now batting for the Renegades.
Matishak has another RBI to his credit.
Luke Fuller.
So now it'll be Luke Fuller stepping in with 1 out. I don't know. We might have to check to see if there's any backup pants down there for Adonis to put on.
Yeah.
Changed his jersey out. Might have to change his pants out. So first offering to Fuller downstairs in the dirt. Ball 1.
You might have to worry to see if Adonis's pant may get to be as gray as the Griffons' pants.
So Matishak delivers an RBI single here in the bottom of the first inning. He takes a lead at first base. Now the throw over. He'll be back in time. And the Renegades jump out to an early 1-0 lead, minus the game that we just played in the first game of the doubleheader. That's really been a big key to success for the Renegades, is if they get out early, that helps them get in the win column. Fuller will pop that one up in the air.
And if that one comes down,
that will be caught by the third baseman in gray. That thing was a mile in the air. So that'll be 2 outs. This is a designated hitter, TJ Rockerbomber. For Rockerbomber, it's 5'10", 185-pound freshman. He is from Herman, Missouri, plays at Emporia State, left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. He is the hero from Game 1 as he sent us home, not really home, but sent us to the end of the game with the win column as he hit a 3-run homer over the right field fence. First pitch to him. He's going to foul that one off to the third base side.
That foul ball brought to you by Storm Pro Contractors.
I believe he was 0 for 3, too, coming up to that plate appearance, if I remember right. He had 2 popped out to the shortstop twice.
Yes, he had 3 pop outs, and I think TJ had been in a pretty prolonged slump. But he put a good swing on a pitch and whacked it out of here, some 320-odd feet, I think.
That one swung on and missed. Yeah, the sign says 340 out there, so on the kind of in the center, towards center field. And it says 300 at the foul pole. So, yeah, I think 320, 325 is a good estimate where that ended. So no balls, 2 strikes. Matishak on first base, 2 outs here. Renegades lead 1-0. 0-2 offering. That one's going to be a well-hit ball. Center fielder coming in on it. He's going to come in and make the running grab for out number 3. But the Renegades were able to strike first as they lead by a score of 1-0. We'll pause and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 2-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
We go to the top of the second inning now. Again, Renegades lead by a score of 1-0. No Adonis Forte's family's listening. They just sent me a message, so glad they're tuned in Nebraska. They pretty faithful listeners to the Show Me Sports Network. Glad to see they're listening, cheering them on. Even though they're not here, they can still cheer their son on. As we said, might have to, maybe an early Christmas present, I might have to think about getting him some new pants.
Yeah.
So now this will be.
Maybe teach him how to do the laundry. I don't know. He may already know how to do laundry.
Well, he definitely is going to have to do some work on the pants here before the next home game, which is tomorrow. So we batters 4, 5, and 6. This is right fielder Andrew Pickering due up. First pitch down central from Carricker for strike one. As I said, Adonis always brings his dancing shoes here to the ballpark, whether he's on base or out in center field. He has a good time out there. Just really loves baseball, and he's a huge asset for the team. That one just misses the outside part of the plate, evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Haven't had a ton of opportunities to talk to him, but when I have, he definitely enjoys it and makes it he's just fun to be around. There's going to be a ball that's hit a mile in the air, but it's going to get out of play, so that'll take the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Adonis seems to be a really, really great kid. I always enjoy my interactions with him. He's always got a smile on his face when I see him, whether he's going good, going bad. But, he goes out here and gives it his all.
So 1 ball, 2 strike count. Next pitch, that's going to be a ball that's hit on the money. He's going to drop in front of Matashak in right field. So it'll be a leadoff single as Pickering will be on base.
Coming to bat for the Griffons.
That'll also be first baseman Luke Piazza. So Piazza will step in now. And from the left-hand side of the plate. It's the first hit that Carricker has given up here in this game. I have a runner on first base with nobody out. First offering, that's going to be another well-hit ball as Matashak will chase it down in right field for out number 1. First pitch, swinging, first out. Now it's going to be third baseman in Seth Gray.
Now batting for the Griffons, Seth Gray.
And Gray was 0 for 3 in game 1. Grounded out to second, hit into a force play and flew out to right. So he's looking for his first hit of the day.
So Carricker will throw over to first base. Ian Nolf on first base for the Renegades. Carricker on the mound, Fuller behind home plate. At first is Nolf. Ott is at second. Hopkins at shortstop. Imgarten on third. That pitch upstairs, ball 1 to Gray. Then left to right in the outfield is Perkins, Forte, and Matashak for their 9 out on the diamond. So Carricker will look in. He'll get the sign. He'll peek over at the runner at first. 1-0 offering. That one just a bit high, so it'll make it 2 balls and no strikes. And the sun has finally went down here at the ballpark. Nice little breeze coming through. Maybe a hair humid, but anything is better than the temperature it was for game 1.
Yes, now that the temperature's down into the double digits, it's actually it is a little humid here, but Blake, it is July and
summer baseball.
We are in Missouri.
Absolutely. So that one misses. So count 3 balls and no strikes.
I think he called it a strike.
I think you're right. Another throw back to first base. Our scoreboard operator, Ashley Carty, made a mistake here. Too busy talking back there. So 2 balls, 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss for the second strike. So that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you can't tell, we also have a lot of fun here at the ballpark as well. Give each other a hard time about things. So
Ashley definitely brings the energy.
That's right. She does a great job and does a whole lot of things just like we all do. We all wear a lot of hats for the organization. Another throw back to first base. Like we said, we have fun at the ballpark. That's the best way. It's good family entertainment. It's nice to bring my wife and daughter to the ball game. She gets to run around and have fun and play with her friends, and it's a great, great time we have here. 2-2 offering. That one swung on and missed for out number 2. Well, he took a little off that pitch, just laid it out there for Gray. He could not lay off of it, couldn't find the connection.
Actually, they kind of had to beg and plead with your daughter to do the dance and to run the flag out there before the bottom of the 7th. And lo and behold, she does so, and she helps us get a win. Uh-oh.
That's double
Claire's
trouble.
here.
Claire's here, too, so Carricker will look in here. Again, runner on first base after he gives off that single to Pickering. So he will look in and get the sign from Fuller. First offering. That one a bit upstairs. Ball 1 to Grant Noakes, the catcher. As we said, his pants are almost as dirty as Forte's pants. However, Noakes hasn't done a lot of work out there. He did come on late in the game to catch for the injured catcher, but 1-0 offering. There's going to be a bouncing ball. It's going to be taken at third by M. Garten. He'll throw to first in time for out number 3. Does a 5-3 putout. So despite giving up a leadoff hit, three outs were put up with no runs. So we'll take a quick break and be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
We go to the bottom half of the second inning. Again, Renegades lead by a score of 1-0. As I said, their key to success, if they can figure out how to way to get runs early, that seems to take them a good chunk of the distance. Now they just need to add some insurance runs to their total, and they'll be cooking even more.
Yes. One run is hardly ever enough for anybody unless you got a Justin Verlander or a Walter Johnson type on the mound. So
we see some good pitchers.
Yes. The more runs you can get, the better.
So this will be batter 6, 7, and 8 due up. This will be Colby Ott playing at second base, 5'10", 180-pound freshman. He's from Festus, Missouri, plays at Jefferson College, a right-handed batter and right-handed thrower, so he will step in now. Sarabia on the mound again. His first offering to Ott. That one called strike one. M. Garten is in the on-deck circle. Then it'll be Nolf. Be the three that are due up.
Colby drew a walk and scored a run in game one. He's been hang right up there.
Yep. Blisters that one. However, it's going to be caught by the right fielder for out number one. So now this will be third baseman Andrew M. Garten.
From Moberly, Missouri.
As M. Garten, 6 foot, 180-pound freshman. He's a left-handed batter, right-handed thrower. Calls Moberly, Missouri home, and he plays for Missouri Baptist.
So we have several players from Missouri Baptist.
OBAP is very well represented, that's for sure. That's a good connection to some players. We like all of our players. That's a good place to get some good quality players. That first pitch inside, ball one. He made his Renegades debut a few games ago and talked to him a little bit before the game, and he was trying to pick out his walk-up music and some other things, so he's happy to be here as a late addition to the squad, but trying to contribute any way he can. So he'll dig back in. He's in the count at 1-0 with one out here. That one's going to be a ball hit off the end of the bat. It's going to get down, and it's going to go to the fence as he'll be on his way to first base. Puts the brakes on, though, is good play there by the center fielder to get in on it. So he will have a one-out single that he sends to the center field wall. Now this will be Ian Nolf as Nolf comes to bat here. He is a 6'2", 190-pound freshman. He is from Wardsville, Missouri, plays at Columbia College, right-hander across the board.
Played for Coach DeMilla at Blair Oaks High School.
He knows this coach's mindset, how he wants to run the game. That one called strike one.
Not only was that a good piece of hitting by M. Garden, but it was also some excellent base running. He went full go and made the outfielder stop him.
That one called strike two.
And if there was even a hint of a bobble out there, M. Garden was going to go take second.
Right.
But he made the play, got it back in. Because M. Garden was almost halfway to second.
There'll be a throwback. M. Garden safely back at first base. So Nolf will be down in the count at 0-2. So he will step back in here. So Rabia looks back in, 0-2 offering. That one caught the outside part of the plate for called strike number 3. That's out number 2. That's to be shortstop in Taylor Hopkins. As Hopkins, a 5'11", 190-pound freshman from Jefferson City, plays at William Woods. See, his fan club has made it. I don't think they've missed a game yet. Went on the road, too, for several games, so Hopkins will dig in here. The runner on, 2 outs. First pitch way upstairs, ball one. I don't know if he's always that happy to hear his cheering squad here, but they have a great time at the ballpark. There's a pitch that's going to be low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, in the on-deck circle, back to the top of the lineup in Adonis Forte. 2-0 offering. That one's going to be fouled. Hit the other way over the first base dugout. Now it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, 2 outs here. Runner on first base. That's M. Garden. Another throw back to first base. M. Garden dives in safely. Adonis must have found the mud holes out there because his uniform's a whole lot more dirty than M. Garden's is after diving back to first base.
Yeah.
2-1 offering. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. That evens it at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Taylor swung that bat there with some vicious intent right there. That was a pretty vicious swing. So let's shorten up and poke one out there right and keep this line moving.
So 2-2 offering. Sarabia looks in. He'll get the sign from Noakes, his catcher. 2-2 offering. That one upstairs. Gets Hopkins down to a knee as he bails out of the way of that. So we're full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, 2 outs here. 1 run on the board for the Renegades. Hopkins digs back in. M. Garden's going to go to second. Swing and a miss there. And that is going to be out number 3. So the Renegades get a hit. No runs. Stranded runner on the base path. They still lead by a score of 1-0. We will go to the 3rd inning here as you're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Just past 8:30 here on the Show Me Sports Network as we get ready for the top of the third inning. Blake Azaway here with you, joined by Tom Collins here for Renegades baseball. The Renegades looking to sweep doubleheader action as they beat the Griffons in Game 1 by a final of 5-2. Coming to you from the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
For the Griffons, Mason Eastman.
As this will be batters 8, 9, and 1 come to plate. Mason Eastman, the left fielder, and designated hitter Mo De Leon, and then back to the top lineup, and Caleb Chance, the shortstop, will be the three due up. We said coming to you from the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Go riding with Doc and Norm. That pitch misses inside, ball one. As Doc and Norm can have group sizes of 1 to 100 or beyond, they'll take care of you. They do it all. That one's going to be fouled up, and Fuller's going over on it. He will make the grab in foul territory for out number one. 2 pitches and 1 out. So now to be designated hitter Mo De Leon. As Doc and Norm, the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all of our road games safely, efficiently, and most importantly, they get us there in style and with an ice-cold air conditioner, too. To book your spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email reservations at moexpress.com. So Carricker is going to step off as Fuller will run out and have a conversation, make sure they're on the same page with the signs that they're looking for.
De Leon was 0 for 3 with a walk in Game 1. He batted in the leadoff spot in the first game of this twin bill, and now he's hitting in the 9-hole.
So he really just moved down one spot.
Yeah.
But he went the opposite way you would think of, so he's all the way down at the bottom now. As Carricker looks in, has one out here, his first offering to De Leon. She'll bunt, pull it back, take it for strike one.
And I wonder if maybe that little powwow that Caleb and Luke had was just in case Leon decided to lay down a bunt.
Very well could be. That one's going to be a ball. It's a little bloop hit. It's going to get over the head of the outreached glove of Odd at second base, and we'll be into shallow center field. So that will be a one-out hit here as De Leon will be standing on first base. Now we'll go back to the top of the lineup and shortstop Caleb Chance. He was 0 for 1 in the game so far.
That ball just sneaked over the outstretched backhanded effort of Colby Ott, who jumped maybe about as high as he could. So it just got over the glove.
Yeah, he climbed the ladder, just needed one more rung to catch that ball, but didn't have any more rungs available. Another throw back to first base. De Leon almost got back too far, but he slid in under the tag. So he'll still be on first base. So shortstop, Caleb Chance. Throw back to first base again. Back safely is De Leon. Another throwback. Carricker just about caught him napping again. 2 of those 3 throws have been relatively close there. So Carricker looks in his first offering. That one a bit upstairs. Ball one. Hear the crowd groan a little bit. They were expecting that right hand to go up, but it did not.
It looks like Chris Haddock's strike zone's not as generous as Blaine Murphy's was in the first game.
So 1 ball, no strike count. Carricker, another throw back to first base. No, applies a tag, but back safely is De Leon. Just trying to keep him honest over there. So 1 ball, no strike count. 1-0 offering. That one down central, called strike 1. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
I think Leon looks a little runnerish over there, to quote some long famous baseball personality. It might have been Casey Stingler that said, somebody looked runnerish or hitterish.
He's got some speed to him. We know that.
Yeah, he does.
That next pitch, that one's going to be in there for called strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And that away for it's been nice of Carricker to come back and not let Leon be a distraction.
So Carricker again looking back in, trying to win this 1-2 battle. He'll look over his shoulder, check De Leon at first. Gets the sign, 1-2 offering. That one missed just inside. We'll say that it's consistent. That was just about the same spot as that first pitch that was ball 1. So count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Renegades leading by a score of 1-0. Carricker looks in, 2-2 offering. That one's going to be fouled out of place, so we'll do it again. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. De Leon standing on first base after he got a 1-out single. He was the previous batter here before Chance. Chance will step back in. Who's going to win this showdown? Carricker looks in. 2-2 offering will be forthcoming. Now it's on his way. Runner's going to go to second. Fuller throws down there, and that throw is going to be off De Leon as he collides with Ott. Both get up, say they're okay, but a stolen base there.
Yeah, it looked like the throw came in and it might have hit De Leon.
Yeah, I think it did.
I think it was a situation where ball, runner, and glove all arrived at the same time. Fortunately, Forte was backing him up, and De Leon wasn't able to advance to third.
So now it'll be a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carricker double check at second. Now that one's going to be reached out and fouled. Does Chance. Couldn't lay off that, but sends it foul. So we'll still be full 3 balls and 2 strikes. And 1 out here. Runner on second base. That's De Leon. He was moved up there after that stolen base just a previous pitch ago. Carricker looks back at second. Second look in. Payoff pitch on its way. There's going to be a broken bat. It's going to go be gloved at third. Throw to first. Takes an off, but he's got the tag, and they say no, he didn't get the tag. They say he did not get the tag on the way by as Hopkins had a tough throw.
Yeah, it was a tough throw. It was a tough play, and when you're the official scorer, which is what my job is, the key words in there are ordinary effort. That was a pretty good play, so I'm going to give Chance an infield single on that, but I might be thinking about it just in case.
I would agree with your official ruling. It's tough play for Hopkins as it is.
Yeah, it was not hit very hard, and as you say, it was a broken bat.
First pitch here to second baseman Jay Snyder is low ball 1. Well, Chance is going to have to give a call to our friends at Walk-Off Wood Bat Company. It's handcrafted right here in Missouri. Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch. Fully customizable to make yours truly, from the length and the weight to the barrel and the handle, the color. You can customize every feature of your bat. There's going to be a ball lifted foul. So that'll even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. You can also get personalized engraving on the bats with 45-day warranty. In addition to selling handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories that includes lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help you find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wildbats.com.
And since he got a hit on it, that bat died a hero.
It'll be added on to the fire at the end of the season. 1-1 offering is going to be in there for a strike. Fuller does not throw down to second as Chance gets credit for a stolen base.
Yes.
That'll be strike number 2, so 1 ball, 2 strike. So that'll be runners in scoring position at second and third base. Renegades lead by a score 1-0, but 2 on, 1 out here. As Carricker trying to work around a little jam he's found himself in. He'll look at second, now back home. 1-2 offering on its way. There's going to be a ball hit off the handle as Ott going back to the edge of the dirt to make the grab for out number 2. So trying to get out of it here with no damage done is Carricker. He's 1 out away from doing so, as this will be center fielder and Nick Martino. He hit into a 6-3 out in his only at-bat so far. He'll step out, wipe some perspiration off the brow, and he'll step in. Breeze continuing to feel so nice after Game 1, as hot as it was for Game 1.
Ooh, and it's been hot pretty much all week.
First pitch in there, called strike 1. We said over the next 4 days, there's 6 games for the Renegades. 2 tonight, then a single game tomorrow, then 2 on Friday, and a single game on Saturday before the All-Star game in Clarinda on Sunday. It's a lot of baseball happening here. 0-1 offering on its way. That one downstairs in the dirt, blocked by Fuller. That'll take the count to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And I don't know if they've announced the All-Stars yet. I haven't heard.
I don't think they have officially yet.
I would imagine they'll be announced probably in the next day or so.
I asked who they were, and I was text who they were, but I don't remember offhand who it was. But they haven't been officially announced yet. 1-1 offering. That one's going to be fouled straight back, so we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. But I know that the Renegades are going to be well represented. I can tell you that much. Jackson Lovich brings out a new set of baseballs. Boy, he's got some bright shoes, bright yellow Mizzou-colored shoes.
Yeah.
So he brings out a new set of baseballs for him.
And they're apparently rather large. Jackson is a tall, lanky.
He is all legs.
All legs, and I'm sure his feet get to his destination 20 minutes before he does.
There's going to be a bouncing ball to third base. Glove, long throw in, digging it out for out number 3 as Nuff digs it out from Hopkins. So no run scores as that goes as a 5-3 put out and ends the inning. We'll take a quick break and be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball as they lead by a score of 1-0. We'll take a quick break and be back here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
River Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Well, the Renegades work out of a jam there, as that was a good throw from Hopkins at third. Over to, sorry, that's Imgarden at third. I told you Hopkins. Imgarden at third over to first base to get the out. As here in the bottom of the third inning, we'll go back to the top of the lineup with Forte, Perkins, and Matashak due up.
It was a really nice pick by Nolf at first base.
Yeah, had to watch that all the way in to know where it was going to bounce at.
Move his feet because it was kind of up the right field line a little bit.
First pitch to Adonis, misses ball one. For Adonis, I don't think I read his line last time. 5'11", 185-pound freshman from Omaha, Nebraska, plays at Rockhurst. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. That next pitch, that one in there for called strike one, so evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And if you haven't done so, head over to our Facebook page. You can find Show Me Sports Network. Give it a like, give it a share as well. 1-1 offering. That ball's going to be fouled. That got out of here in a hurry over the Renegades dugout, but you can give our page a like and a share. We appreciate the support as we try to post some game day starters, some other game day graphics as well. You can also send us a message on there too. Tell us you're enjoying the broadcast, where you're listening from. That one gets past the catcher. Goes back to the backstop here. Always like to hear where our listeners are from. Also, we're on Twitter at Show Me Sports Net because I ran out of words, couldn't have network. Couldn't fit 4 more characters in there, so Show Me Sports Net on Twitter. Now, also, as of yesterday, have a TikTok, so that's going to be something we're going to build into the broadcast. That one bounces across home plate, so that'll take us full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. My plan is to use it. You can do, when you hit 1,000 followers, you can do a live stream on your TikTok, so I'm only 996 away.
Oh, okay.
So I'm almost there.
Any day now.
Yeah, so if you guys are listening to our broadcast, want to head over to TikTok and follow me, I would greatly appreciate it. That one fouled back.
Yep, the sooner he gets to 1,000, the sooner we can start doing the live
Absolutely.
streams of the games.
Exactly. So you can do your part to help get the Renegades games on the TikTok live feed. You can find me on there. It's Gaz on the mic. So GAZONTHEMIC. Gaz on the mic. Find me there. I'd appreciate it because I'm only a few away from getting that, as that one swung on and missed. Forte will be retired for out number 1. Now this will be Brennan Perkins, the left fielder, stepping in. He is 0 for 1 on his day so far. Didn't play in game 1, but playing here in game 2. So, like I said, if you have TikTok, head over, give it a like. If you don't have one, it'd be a perfect time to create one. Then follow me on there. Any day now I should hit that 1,000, and we'll be able to TikTok live the games.
You might hit 1,000 tonight.
First pitch upstairs, ball 1. So Perkins will be heading the count at 1-0. Sarabia in on his 3rd inning of work here. So he will look in. Again, the Renegades lead by a score of 1-0. Next pitch, that one's going to be fouled back. So that'll leave the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. That hits up on the net and bounces back. No runs on 3 hits. No errors. 2 left on base for the Griffons. For the Renegades, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left on base. 1-1 pitch. That one upstairs. So we'll go 2 balls and 1 strike. Jack Matashak in the on-deck circle. Just like game 1, he's got an RBI single. And that game 1 has it now here in game 2. Also scoring Adonis on both of those. That one in there for called strike 2.
And as we been talking about most of this game, Brennan Perkins, another one with some versatility, as he's seen some mound time this year for the Renegades.
And when we say seen mound time, they've done quite well. There's a swing and a miss for out number 2. You know, we've seen a few blowout games where Yachty for the Cardinals got on the mound, and also Albert got on there, and they had a lot of fun, but they're definitely not going to be getting any calls from the bullpen anytime soon. Come in relief. So
no, in fact, I remember an interview Yachty said, or maybe I read about it. Pitching in a game was on his bucket list, and then he made 2 appearances within about a week span.
Right. It's taken him years to get that, as Matashak sees a first pitch low ball 1. Yeah, it's taken him several years to get that, but glad it got checked off his bucket list. But yeah, as we talked about that, though, with the versatility, these players are able to really suit up anywhere they need to and be an asset to the team. And, you know, you see that late in the season. That's something all these teams in the Mink League face, is you get down late in the season and pitching seems to be can be an issue at times. So you need guys that can help. Or really this year what's been an Achilles heel of sorts is all the extra inning games we've had. We've had several already. I mean, we're a little over halfway through the season, and we've had more than we had all of last year.
Yeah. And as you were saying, you know, most of our games have been fairly close games. There's only been 2 or 3 that have been kind of blowouts. For me, a blowout would be more than 5 runs. You know, a couple of our losses to the Clarinda A's, who are a good ball club, were 10-0 and 10-1. We lost to...
There's going to be a ball blistered into right field, but foul.
I think Carroll beat us 7-0. I think the Renegades offensively have had some struggles on offense, and that's why I think Rockenbopper's walk-off 3-run homer in Game 1 could be the shot in the arm that this team needs to right the ship, get on a little bit of a winning streak, and see if we can't, you know, not only make the playoffs, but maybe even win the division. I don't think we're that far out of it in the division.
No, it's definitely a South Division that's struggling of sorts right now. That one low, so we'll go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As there's several teams in the mix of sorts that it's not where it's usually been. That's the best thing I could say. Give me a second, let me pull up the Mink League. So Joplin Outlaws sit at top at 14-14. Then the Bombers sit at 15-17. Then the Renegades, who were 9-15, now 10-15. That one on the inside, as that's going to be a walk issued. Ball caught the home plate umpire's ankle, so he's going to feel that one a little bit.
Yeah. So he may be he ought to be doing a lot of walking around in between batters, because the longer he stands on that, it's going to get stiff, and will he feel it in the morning?
So as we said, for the Renegades, they're now 10-15 on the season. That sets them at 3rd place. And then for the Griffons, they fall to 10-18 on the season.
So like I said, all 4 teams in the South, Joplin Outlaws are a 500 team leading the division, whereas you look at the North Division, which is the unusual division because there's 5 teams in it. You like it, the St. Joseph Mustangs, and they're a really good ball club. Clarinda and Carroll are all above 500. The Des Moines Pink Prospects will be in town Friday for a twin bill, 1 game below, and then the Chillicothe Mudcats.
Yeah, and there's enough baseball left that even with the Chillicothe Mudcats, who are 12 games down from the Mustangs, they could put a run together.
Yep.
As that's the thing about summer baseball, is no lead is too safe on the field, and no game lead in the stats is safe enough. So that first pitch to Luke Fuller, who's at bat the catcher, misses ball 1. Matashak on first base. That pitch out upstairs and outside, ball 2. So that'll make the count to 2 balls and no strikes. And Fuller digs back in. Again, been really impressed. Fuller has kind of been riding that momentum uphill the last couple of weeks. That one upstairs, ball 3. You know, he had a little bit of struggles early in the season, but has been seeing the ball well, has racked up several hits. He's been showing his versatility. He said, I didn't even know he was a catcher until saw him on the starting lineup to catch one of the games, and he's done quite well. That one in there called strike 1.
So, and you know, it's extremely rare for anybody, no matter how good you are. And but you know, some of these players, you know, they do have professional aspirations, and as Fuller asks for and is granted time by the home plate umpire.
Wasted pitch there, but
being able to catch is the quickest way to get to the major leagues if you're fortunate enough. Even if you're, you know, they only need you to catch a few innings here and there.
3-1 offering is wide of its mark, so back-to-back walk issues with 2 outs here. So now this will be TJ Rockerbomber, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 1.
TJ Rockerbomber.
Yeah, and, you know, that's the thing is a couple nights ago we actually had a scout here from the Giants. He was here watching a couple players, and really, well, I guess it was a week ago because it was last Wednesday. And he was here watching and observing, and, that's really encouraging, exciting for the players. And that pitch upstairs and inside ball one.
Well, a good scout is going to leave no stone unturned. Like I said, if you remember the movie The Rookie, starring Dennis Quaid as Jim Morris, the scout said to him, if I get a guy that's 38 years old, I'm going to get laughed at. But if I overlook a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, I'm going to get fired.
Right. You're exactly right on that. And, and that's the thing is here for these players for the summer, there's many other leagues they could choose to come play at and spend their summer with. So for them to choose to come play in the Mink League and play for the Renegades, that obviously is what we want. And so, we promise as much as we can. We want to deliver on those promises, but really we tell them we're going to give them good quality baseball for 2 months, good quality at bats, good quality pitching, good quality time wherever they're at on the field. That one fouled back, so evens at 1-1. That's something that as a league, we work really hard on to build that on, is that promise that if they choose to come spend their time at one of the 9 cities that have a Mink League team, that it's going to be time well spent, and they're going to get those quality looks, because there's a lot of leagues out there that are not quality. They're not getting good pitchers. They're not getting good players. It's just, how would I say, it's a garbage league. It's the best way I could put it. So we want to make sure that we're upholding that, and by having the scouts here and those type of things, that really opens those eyes to say, yeah, this is somewhere that I do want to come play, because even though, it's a smaller summer collegiate league, there's still opportunities and still scouts that are looking at them.
Yeah. And baseball players want to play baseball. They want to play baseball, and this gives kids.
That one hits Rocker Bomber on the elbow. He put his elbows up just to protect his face as it was coming in, a little chin music. So he gets credit for a hit by pitch, standing on first base. But now the base is loaded with 2 outs here as Colby Ott steps in. So I know it's baseball bingo night as well here as Win It Wednesdays. So a grand slam has been on a lot of cards so far this season, as we played a lot of Wednesday night games, and nobody's had a grand slam yet. That one is going to get by the catcher, as Matashak did not come home.
I don't know if Jack got a good read off of that. That ball hit the concrete and bounced, between a third and halfway, kind of up the right field first base line. I think if Jack had gotten a good view of it, he could have scampered home.
Yeah, there was a lot of legs there blocking the view. So now it'll be 1 ball, no strike count to Ott here. Sarabia has the bases loaded here with 2 outs. 1-0 offering. That one's going to be in there, called strike 1.
No, it's 0-2. He swung at the first. He swung at the
you're
first
right.
pitch.
You're right. I was too busy watching the ball trickle up the field. So 0-2 count now. Again, this would be the perfect time to hit a grand slam here with an 0-2 count, 2 outs.
Yeah,
that
one of the host mothers came over after the game and hollered at TJ, said, "I was so close. I needed a grand slam for bingo."
I'm pretty sure if we see a grand slam here, there's going to be about 40 bingos.
Yeah.
That one's upstairs, so we'll go 2-2. It might be more than that, but I think that's what several people are missing on their bingo card. So you're liable to hear bingos and then see a whole lot of people run into the ticket booth to claim their prize. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, bases loaded, 2 outs here. Renegades lead 1-0. Ott is at bat. Next pitch on its way. That one quite a bit outside. So now we go full at 3 balls, 2 strikes.
The one thing the Renegades are really doing pretty well right now is they're working on Sarabia's pitch count. He's been to 3 balls to every batter except for Rockenbomber, and it was 2-1 when the pitch hit him, so that would have been a 3rd ball had it not hit him. So they're working on Sarabia's pitch count, getting it up there, maybe getting him out of there. And
long look in here by Sarabia. Payoff pitch on its way. They say that one is strike 3 called, so the backwards K put in the scorebook. And the Renegades strand the bases loaded No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 left on the base path. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
Well, the Renegades had an opportunity there, but could not push any runs across as they had bases loaded. Could not find a way to put any runs through. I hope that does not come back to bite them here as the game progresses as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Again, Renegades lead by a score of 1-0. Had that 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 5 left on base, no runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base for the Griffons.
Now batting for the Griffons, Andrew Pickering.
So we'll go back to the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. This is Pickering, Piazza, and Gray. Pickering had a single, his last and only at bat so far here in this second game of the doubleheader. First pitch from Carricker, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Had him way off balance with that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, it wasn't even really close. So Carricker, in long look in, gets the sign from Fuller. 0-1 offering. That one, nice job of Fuller to slide over and keep that in front of him.
Carricker's off-speed stuff's been looking pretty effective tonight. He's thrown a few nice curveballs.
Yeah, it just kind of takes enough off of it that really gets the players out of sync. 1-1 offering. There's going to be a ball that's well hit. That's going to get down into the gap. It'll be cut off by Forte.
Nope.
Whipped past him, so that'll be Matishak gets it and relays it into second. So now Pickering has a single, now a double. So he's 2 for 2 here so far. He's seeing the ball well.
Halfway to the cycle and doing it naturally.
So now this will be first baseman Luke Piazza. He is 0 for 1 in the game here. Second game of our doubleheader, game 1. Win in favor of the Renegades 5-2. They're looking to sweep the Griffons here in the doubleheader. This game, 2 of 6 games over the next 3.5 days. That first pitch called strike 1 on the outside corner. Seth Gray in the on-deck circle. He struck out his last at bat. So Carricker, again, a righty versus lefty matchup here. Piazza, a left-handed batter. Carricker looks in. 0-1 offering. That's going to be a ball. Got too far under it. Going back on it is Hopkins. Still going back. He'll make the grab for out number 1. He read that all the way. Camped out underneath it. Gets the first out of the inning. So now third baseman Seth Gray steps in. Again, he struck out in the top of the second inning. We play here in the top of the 4th. You know, you talked about the players, though. Baseball players just wanting to play baseball, and we've had a few rainouts, had a few games that have had to be changed, and you know that really, I know, frustrates them because that's what they plan to do. They plan to come here and play 40-plus games over the 2 months in June and July.
Yeah.
That pitch upstairs inside, ball one.
I have not heard if they're going to be able to make up the 3 games in Iowa that they lost very early in the season. They were playing a doubleheader in Carroll and got the first game in, but got the second game rained out. And the next day, they were supposed to play a twin bill in Des Moines, and they didn't get that in. And that ball,
trying to get a diving grab is Matashak, and he cannot do so. He's still laying down on his stomach, as that just barely stayed fair. Matashak gets up. He'll walk back as no from first base, getting out on the horse to go out and get it, as Gray just plops it down there on the first base line.
I don't think you could have lobbed the ball up there any perfectly. And Pickering didn't want to take the risk of getting doubled off in case Matashak was able to make the catch. So he was waiting to see if the ball would fall or not. And so he only advanced to third on the double by Seth Gray.
Matashak was just inches away from catching that ball. So it'll be 1 out, runners on second and third now. First pitch upstairs inside to Noakes, ball one. So 1 ball, no strike count. Again, 1 out, 2 runners on. Carricker's next pitch, that one upstairs, ball two. You know, just like you said about the ball players wanting to play games, just like them, I want to call games. I want to get as many games on the air, so they get frustrated when games get rained out. I do too. We all do. Ben does as well. I know he's been doing a great job filling in for me. Been a huge asset to the broadcast team. That one misses, so count goes 3-0.
You know, I get frustrated too when my games get canceled, especially in the spring or the fall, because I get a lot of work in on the baseball and softball field during the fall and during the spring, doing my day job as the sports editor of the Eldon Advertiser, covering 5 high schools.
Absolutely. I know that keeps you pretty busy.
Yeah, and believe it or not, fall sports practice is going to begin exactly 4 weeks from Monday.
I know. It doesn't seem possible. We'll just have enough time to get through the Renegade season and take a quick breather, and then it'll be time for fall sports. That one in there for called strike one. Gonna try to increase our coverage at Southern Moon football this fall, so we plan to do that again. See you, I believe, you'll be in our neck of the woods, as Eldon will come to Ashland and play Southern Boone on the road.
We will be at your house.
3 balls, 1 strike. That one in there for strike 2. So battling back is Carricker. Also going to try to cover some Lady Eagles softball as well this fall, get some of their games in. And then, of course, really we're just going to try to cover as much as we can for Southern Boone.
I actually think the softball squad plays at Eldon pretty early in the season. I'd have to go back and look at my schedule.
Payoff pitch. That one misses low, so base is loaded now. Yeah, I'll be honest, we've been so busy with Renegades baseball. I haven't really looked at the softball schedule. I haven't really looked at much of anything. I have looked at the football schedule, but I really haven't looked in depth at anything just because we've been busy. And, you know, people don't realize how much time it takes, you know, when you play the 44, 46 games, somewhere around there. Of course, it depends on the weather a lot of times, but plus any postseason play that happens over a period of 60 days, a little less than 60 days. It's really about 7 weeks all those games are played. So it's a lot. Plus, as you were talking about your day job, I have a regular day job as well, so it keeps me busy as well. So, yeah, we're going to try to do as much as we can. Had a good time covering football last season for Southern Boone. Got to do some of the Hallsville playoff games as well. And then do area high school basketball. Really enjoyed. We did some Harrisburg games, Father Tolton games. We'll try to do as many of those as we can as well. And then do some baseball again. Unfortunately, it's just bad luck on my part. I called the first 2 games for Southern Boone, and then I had to step away and had some things I needed to take care of and didn't get to do any more of their games this season. But congratulations to them on winning the state championship.
Yeah, Mid-Missouri was the high school baseball capital of Missouri.
Yes.
4 area teams winning state championships in classes 1 through 4. Of course, I was fortunate enough. St. Elizabeth is a school that I cover. They won Class 1. Russellville is a school that I used to cover up until 2 or 3 years ago. They win Class 2. Father Tolton, Regional Catholic High School.
Ball hit into center field. Forte will camp under it. He's going to make the grab and throw down at third base. So the run will score, but they will stop some of the bleeding at least. So that will be out number 2.
As I was saying, Father Tolton won Class 3, and of course the Southern Boone Eagles, your Class 4 baseball champions. So,
now that Cornevada,
there's a lot of good baseball here in Central Missouri. Renegades coach Mike DeMilla coaches the Blair Oaks Falcons, and quite frankly, they were a team that always has Final Four aspirations. They were just in the same district as Blair Oaks this year. Or Southern Boone this year, I mean.
The next batter will be Mo De Leon, the designated hitter. That pitch misses, ball 1. Yeah, you're right. There was some great baseball, some great squads. Mid-Missouri well represented. Like I said, didn't get to go along for much of the ride this year, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't cheering on Southern Boone. I also was cheering on, of course, with Mike and the Blair Oaks Falcons, cheering them on. That that misses ball 2, so cheering them on as well as we get to see a lot of good baseball. We obviously pull some players from those teams and want them to have good high school careers, and just a good way for Southern Boone to cap off a great senior year for their senior squad who really came together and brought a championship home. There's going to be a ball that's ripped into left field as that'll get through. Now it'll be runners at first, second, and third as throw comes into Fuller. It's a nice throw from Perkins. That was on the money. That would have been an out dead in the water had Gray taken off to home.
And that ball was hit pretty hard, and Perkins came in, and as we've said, Perkins pitches a little bit, so he's got the arm strength. So let's see if we can get this third out, keep this game tied at 1-1.
So now it'll be back to the top of the lineup and shortstop Caleb Chance as we're tied at 1 apiece. First pitch to Carricker, from Carricker rather. It's upstairs, ball 1. So that'll be 1 ball, no strikes. Again, 2 outs here on the board. We're tied at 1 apiece here as we play in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 offering. That one caught the outside part of the plate. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Really, if you look at it too, not to be biased, but there were some good sports all the way around this last year. Hallsville had a good run with girls basketball, making it deep into the playoffs there. Did some of their games, had a chance to call some of their games as well. That one missed outside, so that takes it 2 balls and 1 strike. I know Southern Boone has some good soccer teams as well.
St. Elizabeth, their softball team finished 3rd. Their boys basketball team finished 3rd, and their girls basketball team won a district title. And St. Elizabeth is a school, you look up their enrollment on the Michigan site, their enrollment is about 75.
Right. There's a big swing and a miss for strike 2. Yeah, that's the thing is a lot of these schools we're talking about, they're tiny compared to some of the buzzsaw teams that they run up against, and they've held their own.
And St. Elizabeth is not afraid to play the big boys. They play Blair Oaks in both boys basketball and baseball. St. Elizabeth's 6 baseball losses this year, 5 of the 6 losses came to teams who were ranked at one point or another during the season, and every single loss was to at least a Class 2 or larger school, and actually only one of those 6 losses was to a Class 2. The other 5 were all Class 4, 5, and 6.
Right. So that pitch misses. We'll go full. Now the carousel will begin. 2 outs, 3-2 pitch. That one's hit on the end of the bat. Again into right field. Everybody conversing on it. Making the grab is Ott for out number 3. He had to get on the horse, but he makes the over-the-shoulder grab for out number 3. Boy, that got me a little nervous right there.
Yeah, that was a
almost
shot almost into the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, that just looked very familiar to what we saw just a little bit ago. So they leave the bases loaded as we'll go to the next frame, tied at 1 apiece. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball, here on the Show Me Sports Network.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Serving the capital city and the surrounding area for 70 years, Animal Medical Center strives to provide the best possible medical service for your pet in a caring atmosphere. To promote quality healing and preventative care in a fear-free environment, Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City is a full-service veterinary hospital. Whether your pet has fur, feathers, or scales, Dr. Greg Boyer and Dr. Kayla Terry have the experience and expertise to treat complex medical conditions as well as providing annual well checks and vaccinations. Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City is the only veterinary hospital in the capital city accredited by the American Animal Hospital Association. To schedule an appointment, call the team at Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City at 573-636-4626.
We go to the next frame, tied at 1 apiece. This will be the bottom of the 4th inning. Forgot to turn my page here. You know, just like it's hard on these players to do doubleheaders, I just blanked on what inning we were in, what was happening, where we were at, what we were doing.
Yeah.
Also might be because I'm trying to finish eating my dinner, too, between innings.
Yeah, I've had that problem many a time. Dinner, whatever ball game I happen to be covering.
I'll say around here it's not bad, but a lot of the games I did in Southwest Missouri, they wouldn't even open the concession stand until after things got underway. And I'm like, I can't run down in the middle of the football broadcast to get something to eat. So we'll go to batters 7, 8, and 9 here is where we'll start. This will be Andrew Imgarten, then Ian Nolf, and then Taylor Hopkins. Will be the 3 that are due up here. Hopefully trying to get some runs back and give the Renegades a lead as we're tied at 1 apiece. First pitch to Imgarten. High ball 1.
Not sure. You may have had a couple of players over here that might have wanted to check in with you a little bit.
I think they might be coming to do the Hey Baby dance.
That may be it.
So 1 ball, 1 strike count. I sort of opened Pandora's box of sorts. We borrowed that from our friends down at Savannah, the Savannah Bananas. They do that.
They are absolutely hilarious. They're like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball now.
We had a chance, Mike and Mindy and myself and Dwayne, we all had a chance to go to the game in Kansas City and check them out. And for sure, they are the real deal. They, for sure, put fans first, have a lot of fun at the ballpark. And so we borrowed some ideas, brought some ideas back to them from that game that we want to do. That one's going to be sliced foul, trying to get over to the third baseman. He'll dive. Did he make the grab?
Yes, he
did. He did.
He went sliding into the gravel over there near the in the foul territory. Made a very nice sliding catch. That'll be the third baseman.
That is Gray. So Gray gets out number 1. Now this will be first baseman Ian Nolf. He's 0 for 1, struck out. As I said, though, we got to go down to Kansas City to watch him play the Monarchs and had a great time there, borrowed some ideas. And Hey Baby dance was one of them. So we just got to work on ours, get a little more smoother with it, and then I think we're going to be up to issue a challenge to them.
We've got a couple of the board members who are really good at it, I think.
That one swung on and missed for strike 1. I get up and do it. I'll be honest, I much more rather enjoy leading the fans than I do doing it. Because if I'm leading them, I don't have to do it as much. I can just instruct them how to do it. But we have a lot of fun when we do that. That one misses ball 2. Sorry, ball 1. See, I'm all crossed up. Now 1 ball, 1 strike count.
1-1. I watch a lot of their Facebook videos. And I saw one today that was really impressive. The batter was walking up to the plate, but he was riding one of those little white folding tables, and the players were like rolling him along.
He was riding it like a surfboard almost. Yep.
And he got a hit and drove in a run, and the runner who scored the run.
That one called strike 3, so out number 2.
Came in, and he did like Moses. Waved his bat to the left, and all the players went to the left, and then he waved it to the right, and all the players went to the right, and then he slammed the bat down in the ground, and the players parted, just like the Red Sea.
You know, they had one, too, when we were in Kansas City. Johnny Gomes came out and played, and that was a lot of fun to see him. Got autographed, talked to him for a little bit after the game as that first pitch there to Hopkins is called strike 1. But he came out from center field with a great big American flag. We tried to get one of our Renegades players to do that. Nobody signed up for it. I said the only thing we need to do is put some sparklers on it, maybe some Roman candles as they run out, they'd be shooting off. But none of the players have taken us up on that offer yet. So 1 ball, 1 strike count to Hopkins. Next pitch on its way, that one in the dirt.
I think it would be cool if we could get Adonis to dress up like Uncle Sam, like Apollo Creed did in Rocky III.
That'd be okay. So if you haven't done so, be sure and check out Savannah Bananas. They're on social media platforms. They're really changing the way baseball is potentially going to be played in the future. That pitch misses, 3 balls, 1 strike.
Johnny Gomes was a folk hero in Kansas City, a longtime Royals nemesis, but he went to the Royals in 2015 for the stretch run.
Yep.
And had an epic mic drop at the World Series celebration parade.
That one in there for called strike 2. Yeah, we had a lot of fun there, and, you know, there are obviously some things. So they play entertainment baseball. They do have a Coastal Plains League team as well that plays by the traditional rules, but they make it fun. Payoff pitch. That ball's going to be a little blooper. Coming in, making the grab at the shoestrings is the second baseman, so that'll be out number 3. So we will go to the top of the 5th. So let's take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
See, we're getting better at the Hey Baby dance for sure. Had some players come out and dance with us. Had our board members or interns. Most importantly, we had a lot of fans hanging out with us.
Looks like maybe Joe Hertzler and maybe Jackson Lovich.
Yep, those two were there, so having a great time. We have a new pitcher here. So this is David Welch.
David Welch. He's new to the club.
We're number 0.
From Searcy, Arkansas.
From Searcy, Arkansas.
Davis Welch.
So Davis Welch.
Now batting for the Griffons, Jason
He's from Searcy, Arkansas, plays at Harding. He's a 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore. He is a lefty. He's one of those guys we knew was coming, but didn't know when he was going to get here.
No, he actually throws with the other left.
Well, it says left-hander in my sheet, but yeah, apparently he's an unconventional left-hander.
Yes.
I blame that on Ashley. She had a typo here. Yeah, he most definitely is a right-handed pitcher. That one's going to be fouled out, so we'll even the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sorry, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1. Oh, a rare error by me. I had it at 2-0 previously.
I quit counting the errors because I'd still be counting for me. I just quit keeping track of them. So this is Jay Snyder, then Martino, and Pickering will be due up. 1-1 count.
Oops.
Next pitch, that one is going to be fouled. So we'll go 1-2. And Welch on the mound. New Renegade, making his Renegades debut, I should say, tonight. Product of Searcy, Arkansas, plays at Harding. So glad to have him a part of the squad now.
Yep.
Anytime we can get pitchers after the midway point of the season is a good day.
That's right.
1-2 offering on its way. That one just misses a bit upstairs. We go 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And I wonder if Mike DeMilla plans it that way.
You know, I know for Xander Lovin, he was a returning player from last year. He had some things that he had to do in June, so we knew he was coming. He just wouldn't be here until July. That was going to be a slow roller, bounced over the head of the pitcher, gloved by Ott, over to first to Nolf in time for out number 1. A 4-3 put out. Now this will be center fielder and Nick Martino. So, yeah, we knew he was coming. We just didn't know exactly when he'd be ready to get to start. But had some things that he just needed to take care of and needed to finish up. So, you know, he's one of those guys that you for sure want to have back on the squad if you can. And he played with us last year, then went on to play for I forgot the town, but the Honkers.
Okay.
He played up in the Northwoods League for the somebody Honkers. That's all I can remember. We got some interesting team names. That pitch downstairs, ball 1. They've got the Dock Spiders and the Honkers and it's the only 2 I can think of offhand.
So, yeah, more the minor leagues or the independent leagues are come up with some, unique nicknames.
Right. Got a friend who's calling for the Zookeepers. That's their team is the
which
Zookeepers.
I think kind of harkens back to the days, when minor league teams, would have there was class AAA, AA, A, B, C, and D.
Right.
And a lot of these teams would be a lot of teams would be called. Well, if you had a team sponsored by the meatpacking plant, they'd be called Columbia Meatpackers or whatever.
Right. 2-1 offering, that one downstairs. So we'll go 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, there are some very interesting. I know one of the teams that the Savannah Bananas plays, the Macon Bacon. That's one of the team they play pretty regular. They have a breakfast bowl or something they compete for, something like that. That one's going to be hit a mile in the air as Welch points up to it. Coming in is Ott. He'll camp under it, make the grab for out number 2. Yeah, they have a series they play, and I think that's what it is the breakfast bowl. So, even our own St. Joseph Mustangs, they're going to be playing. I should say they have played a few, and we'll have a few more, but they're playing, I think, 5 games this season as the St. Joe Tenderloins. So this will be Andrew Pickering stepping in, but they have a partnership with, I guess St. Joe is like the self-imposed Tenderloin capital of the world or something like that. So they've got a deal. They partnered with a restaurant there. It's a bouncing ball is going to be to first. It'll be gloved by Nolf. He'll take it himself for out number 3. We'll get back to that thought here after we take this break, as we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, as we're still tied at 1 apiece. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
MoX Doc and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MOX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MOX Dock and Norm Direct.
Down in order, their last frame, so they're going to bring batters 1, 2, and 3. It'll be Forte, Perkins, and Matishak will be the three due up. But as I was saying, for St. Joe, they've got a partnership with one of the, maybe a couple of local restaurants, but one for sure, that if you go there and you order a tenderloin, you get a couple of tickets to see one of their games this season, and they've got 5 games where they're playing as the Tenderloins have a new logo and everything. They're going to have had some jerseys made they'll be wearing. They're going to do a progressive silent auction on them throughout those games as well, with the money going to the food bank or something very similar to that. But
okay,
really cool promotion, a really neat thing they're doing, particularly because the money that they're raising goes to the food bank or the whatever similar program they have there in St. Joe. So really cool thing. But, most importantly, you got me thinking to say, hey, we need to come up with something to do next year so we can rebrand our team as some other team for a game or two and do something fun like that. I don't know what, but we'll come up with something.
It's always good. The two programs that are kind of near and dear to my heart in Eldon are what's called the Mustang Packs, which provides food for needy school students who oftentimes don't have enough to eat over the weekends. They put together some packages of some foods that are that they can prepare easily, and to enable them to have some food over the weekend. And the program that we're doing at our church is called the Baby Grace Program, which distributes diapers. We distribute diapers and formula, and we provide meals. We just celebrated our 1st anniversary of the program last month, and we served up about 179 meals that night.
Wow, that's great.
Our next distribution is next Wednesday.
We
do it the second Wednesday of every month.
There's a big swing and a miss there, so Forte will be still ahead in the count at 2 balls, 1 strike. But, yeah, that sounds like that program has had a successful first year and really looking to keep building on the success. And
it's been so successful that it was named the Organization of the Year by the Eldon Chamber of Commerce.
Well, that's awesome. So 3 balls, 1 strike as that pitch was inside.
So very happy to be a small part of it. My wife also is a part of it. She makes a lot of the desserts that we give out with the meals.
That's the best part.
Yes, it's always the best part. And we're Methodists, so we actually know how to cook.
3 balls and 1 strike. That one swung on and missed. So we'll go full of 3 and 2. I'll tell you, I make a pretty mean brownie mix.
Yeah.
That's my go-to when we feed players after the games. That's my go-to is I'll bring a couple pans of brownies, 3 or 4 of them, and that one's going to be fouled back. So we'll do it again. Because, you really can't mess up brownies too bad, and it doesn't matter. Everybody loves brownies. So
that's right.
It's a win-win across the board. So we're still full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, we're tied at 1-1. So we play here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Renegades hosting the Griffons here. Payoff pitch, that one inside, so Adonis will be issued another free base. You know what happened last time he got a leadoff walk? He was able to advance all the way around and score that 1 run. So maybe we'll have deja vu here as Perkins will step in.
Well, so far on the day, he's walked 4 times, and 2 of those times he has scored. He also singled in the 7th inning in Game 1, and of course came around. We know what happened there as he came around to score. As the Nevada coach is coming out, looks like we're going to have a pitching change, but we'll see. We're going to have a big powwow.
I don't know if we'll have a pitching change, however, for Sarabia, he called the pitching coach out, so I don't know if they're just wanting to talk about.
Just want to talk about something.
Yeah.
Sometimes that could signify, I'm not feeling real good.
Yeah, maybe a little tightness in his arm. Could be a lot of things, but they're going to have a meeting here, and
we'll see. And Chris Haddock is going out to encourage him to hurry up. I think somebody just got up in the Nevada bullpen.
I do see a little action down there.
So I wonder if he was just getting a precursor. he actually in his first 2 innings he threw 31 pitches. Well, he threw 33 pitches in the 3rd inning, and then he came back with a 14-pitch 4th inning. So he was at 78 going into this one. So he's past the 80 mark.
Yeah, I don't know how far his leash will be, but he's getting up there in pitches. So Forte on first base. This is Perkins. First pitch to him, misses ball 1. So I would say to our listeners, if you have any ideas of what we should call ourselves, if we rebrand the team for a game or 2 or half dozen, you can always send me a message, send Show Me Sports Network a message, and give us your suggestions. We'll pass that on to the board. 1-0 offering. That one upstairs, outside, ball 2.
Nope, called a strike.
Too late. I was looking down at my paper, so 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Chris Haddock is a little more deliberate than Blaine Murphy was. I think Haddock has actually done a pretty good job. I think his zone has been a little tighter than Blaine Murphy's was as we get a throw down to first base. But Adonis was alert.
That one missed. 2 balls, 1 strike count. Said Forte on first base. Brought his dancing shoes with him. I don't think he leaves home without them.
No, he doesn't. And obviously, he is a distraction when he's on the base pass.
He takes a decent lead over there, and another throw over, but he's back standing up, back safely. So Forte, again, dancing out there at first base. He'll start to go to second, swing and a miss. He puts the brakes on, so that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Arabia on the mound. Here pitching in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody out, runner on first base. Matashak will be in the on-deck circle. That one down central, called strike 3. That'll be out number 1. Perkins 0 for 3 now on the second game for a doubleheader. Now this will be Jack Matashak. He walked his last time up. Before that, he had an RBI single. Matashak looking to add to his RBI total for the season and for the day. He'll dig in on the left-hand side of the plate.
And he is now really coming up on the backstretch, trying to chase down Adonis for their dirtiest uniform.
That one upstairs, ball 1, you're right. He does have, I think that was when he slid there.
Yeah.
And he slid out. It doesn't look like it's that dirty, but it must be where he slid on that ball, try to catch that ball that just dropped fair down the.
That chat over there in front of the dugouts and in the bullpens along there, it's a lighter color than the infield dirt.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sorry, 2-0 rather. I was looking at the wrong thing. See, I'm trying to do too much. That one misses ball 3. I was thinking about one thing. Actually, to be honest, I was thinking about finishing my dinner and looking at the scoreboard.
Well, see, food can always be a distraction.
So 3 balls and no strikes.
I had a couple of hot dogs in between games, but I'll probably have to stop somewhere and get a little bite before I make the 30-mile drive home to Eldon.
That one straight down central. Makes it 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, Forte on first base. He was issued a walk. Had a full count walk issued to him. So Matashak will dig back into the throwback. Back safely is Forte. So 3 balls, 1 strike count. Again, 1 out here as we play in the bottom of the 5th. We're tied at 1 run apiece. Renegades got 1 in the bottom of the 1st. Top of the 4th is when the Griffons got their run. 3-1 offering on its way. Adonis is going to go to second. That one fouled off, so we'll have to do it again, as that had been a good hit and run right there. That had that maybe got down in play somewhere, that might have had a chance to score him.
Yep. Well, he was running on 3-1, so I'm going to say the chances are good. He's going to be taken off here at 3-2.
I'd either be the best coach or the worst coach because I'd send a player every pitch.
I actually really enjoy the hit run, like the hit and run.
The payoff pitch, that one fouled the other direction, as that'll get out of play over the third base dugout.
And he was not moving on the pitch. My theory on the hit and run was I always like to do it if my batter was ahead in the count, and it's always a good thing if you've got a hitter that's in a slump. You put the hit and run play with him on because it'll tell him to swing at a strike.
Another throw over to first base. Forte back safely.
And a lot of times a player gets into a hitting slump because they don't swing at strikes.
That pitch downstairs. It was a payoff pitch, so 1 out walk issued to Matashak. Somebody littering around here.
Now batting for the Renegades, Luke Fuller.
So now this will be Luke Fuller. Ashley Carty. Trying to throw some stuff down here at me. Forte moves over to second with that walk. On first base is Matashak. So
and now we are going to get a new pitcher. The call has been made.
To nobody. So I think the coach is going to pitch here. Let's see who this new pitcher is.
Tall, lanky right-hander. Number 24.
24 was on the mound.
42.
No, 24 was who was pitching. At least that's what I thought his number was.
No, I think Snobber was 26. Wait a minute.
So we have a mystery player, but you know what that means? We can take a quick break, and I'm going to try to finish my dinner.
Okay.
As we'll be right back. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
Well, new pitcher in the ball game. We tracked that down. I did get all my French fries eaten. It's only taken me an hour and 50 minutes to do so. So this is Dryden Cousins as Fuller sees the first pitch from him go foul. As Luke Fuller, the catcher, steps in. He walked his last at-bat, popped out to third base.
So, yeah, one of the issues we have had this season is some of the opposition's rosters have not been available as readily as definitely I would like, and as our the rest of us, you and Joe doing the PA behind us, would like. So sometimes we have to scramble to find out players.
Mike Harbert, the voice of the Griffons and the Tigers, he also did not know who it was, so he had to go track it down as well.
I think Mike's been around this a long time, whereas I've only been around a long time.
He's been doing this for pretty much, I think, since the Griffons started, which was almost 4 decades ago. Now we're going to have the double steal. They'll throw it down to third base. Adonis safely in there as He slides in, double steal. We saw that like deja vu. We saw that earlier.
Yep, as a young boy, I would read about the exploits of the Nevada Griffons in the Joplin Globe when they were part of the National Baseball Congress.
Yep, that was several years ago. They played in the NBC World Series a few times. That pitch upstairs to Fuller.
Got him.
Well, they say it clipped him on the way by. So now it's bases loaded. So TJ Rockerbomber.
Now batting for the Renegades.
Let's see if TJ could hit another home run here and get Grand Slam checked off our bingo list. We've not had it so far this season. Noakes trying to argue his case with the home plate umpire. So Rockerbomber, we know he's got the power to send it over the fence as he sent us home a winner from game one of this doubleheader by a score of 5-2.
Now Nevada's head coach is coming out to ask a question.
Yeah, the NBC, you talked about the National Baseball Congress. They do the NBC World Series down in Wichita. I don't remember where they do it.
Yeah, Wichita, Kansas,
Wichita.
I think.
So they do that there, and, they play baseball around the clock at times.
Yeah.
So I've board opped several games at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and Mike had the call of the game from Wichita, and I was back in the studio board opping, so he's
I once was PAing an American Legion game in Wagner, Oklahoma at about 1:30 in the morning. We were doing a tournament, and we had a thunderstorm roll through, so we had a lengthy rain delay. And they kept on, and then in the middle of that game, the fog rolled in.
Right. Like I said, Mike's been the voice of the Griffons. Pretty much I'm like 100% sure since their inception almost 40 years ago. So first pitch to Rockerbomber outside part of the plate for strike one.
As well, I've been the Renegades official score since its inception. So.
That's one thing that makes it hard too, and being one of the new board members for the Renegades, and we talk about how other teams are doing, it's hard to compete because there's such a big gap. As that one downstairs, as coming home is Adonis. He'll score standing up. The wild pitch moves everybody around. And Adonis Forte crosses home plate on the wild pitch. And the Renegades regain the lead. That will move everybody around the base path. As now Matashak on third. Fuller will be on second.
Yeah, we had the play earlier where I think it was Matashak didn't quite see it coming off, and he didn't take off for home on a pitch that got away from the catcher. Adonis Forte, he did not hesitate, and he was at full go in about 2 steps.
Yep, he has a fast get up and go, that's for sure. So 2 balls, 1 strike count. Cousins looks in, next pitch on its way. Rockerbomber is going to foul that one down the third base line, so we'll go even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As I was saying, though, and being a new board member, talking about some of the things and what other teams are doing and where they're at, it's really hard to compare because the Griffons have been around for almost 40 years. The Mustangs have been around forever and a day. Clarinda's been around for like 100-plus years, it seems. I think they've played baseball as long as baseball's been a thing. So it's hard to compare because these teams are in multiple decades they've competed. So 2-2 offering that one way outside. That missed everybody, gets to the screen. So Rockerbomber will have a full count now as Matashak did not think about coming home there. So, like I said, it's hard to compare some of these things because you've had teams that I know from growing up in Nevada, particularly something I've talked about with the host families is that they had host families that have now had their kids out of the house. So now it's grandparents and the kids that are now parents, and so they have 2 or 3 generations hosting now. That one misses low, so Rockerbomber is issued a 1-out walk as well. So it's hard to compare with, that's something I wouldn't say struggle, but can be a struggle every year is making sure we get enough host families.
Well, then you just got, once we find some things that work, we'll stick with them. And,
right.
I think we do a terrific job here at trying to keep everybody entertained, have stuff for the kids to do. They do a lot of, they do have the base runs on Friday and Saturday.
Right.
They do a lot of, the cleaning of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually probably a unique thing. And we have a lot of traditional baseball stuff, the first pitch.
Absolutely. This
So
is Colby Ott, second baseman, batting. He's even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 1 out here. Bases loaded for Ott to step in here. Yeah, you're absolutely right, as we've got some things that are unique, and, of course, some old baseball standards that we do. That one's fouled back. As Renegades lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning by a score of 2-1. And this year we've really done a lot of things, especially on the promotional side. We've got Win It Wednesdays and baseball bingo tonight. Tomorrow night's Thankful Thursday, so I believe tomorrow is military folks, veterans, and military members can get in for $1 to the ballpark. 1-2 offering. That one gets by the catcher. So that'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matashak does not come home on that either. Wise decision, I think, on his part.
I don't think it's necessarily to really make an effort to try to score on that, because you could score. We can get him home. We don't need a base hit.
Yeah, you don't want to get the out right there for sure.
We need a well-placed fly ball. We get something, anything through the infield is going to score a run.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cousins' next pitch, that one down in the dirt. Catcher has to block it again, so we'll go full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Imgarten in the on-deck circle. So, yeah, this year, like I said, we got Rowdy. Rowdy has made its way, although he must be locked up in the jailhouse, or visiting the old saloon or something, because he's not been here last couple of games, but payoff pitch on its way. That one's going to be a bouncy ball. That might be a double play. It's flipped to second to first.
Oh!
They say he's safe and the run scores. Ott legs it out, and the run will count as it's now a 3-1 Renegades lead as Ott ends up halfway into the outfield as he had the Jets going, and he legs it out, so double play is not completed. So Imgarten will step in now with 2 outs. His team has a 2-run cushion.
Outstanding effort by Colby Ott. That's why you hit the ball. You go to first base as hard as you can in that situation, and because it got his team an insurance run. Turned a run. The 2 most important runs is the run that turns a 1-run lead into a 2-run lead and a 4-run lead into a 5-run lead.
Well, that pitch in there for called strike 1 as the previous throw was over to first base. Back safely was Ott. So no balls and 1 strike. Again, 2 outs here. 3-1 lead in favor of the Renegades. That pitch is going to be upstairs. They're going to throw back. Ott back safely. Might want to think about diving back in there if it's any closer than that. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. Again, Cousins on the mound for the Griffons. Renegades lead by a score of 3-1. They played to 2 here in this frame, looking to add a few more if possible. 2 outs, though, on the scoreboard. Imgarten digs back in. Runner's going to go to second. There's a well-hit ball. It's going to go foul, as that was just fouled by several feet into the right field corner. That would have probably scored Ott, particularly with him going on the hit and run. Would have most definitely scored Fuller from third.
Yep, that would have turned a 3-1 lead into a 5-run lead. It was just got maybe a hair out in front and pulled it foul.
So 1-2 offering on its way, that one in the dirt. Catcher stops that, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Didn't have home run distance, but it could have just nearly dropped in the corner there. And
so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-run lead for the Renegades. That one's upstairs.
And Colby Ott will be on the move again.
I think he was going to go there.
And a full count with 2 outs. He'll be off and running with the pitch as soon as he sees commitment. And we'll see if Andrew can come through again.
So runner's going to go. Ball was way upstairs as Imgarten doesn't even have to lift the bat, so he's issued a walk. So now Ott will go to second base. Now this will be Ian Nolf. He's the 8th batter here to come through. First baseman is 0 for 2, so good time for him to get off the 0 for Schneid.
Yep, Ian could definitely use any type of safe hit right here.
Yeah, he just needs some grass somewhere. So 2 outs now as he steps in. Bases loaded. Fuller on third. As first pitch down in the dirt, bounces across home. Fuller on third. Ott on second. Imgarten on first as Nolf to bat here. So 1 ball, no strike count. Again, 2 outs here. We played with 2 outs, seems like for a while, but it's just been a couple batters. 1-0 offering on its way. That one upstairs. He laid off of it, so it'll be 2-0.
We've had the bases loaded several times today in both games. And so if we can get a big hit here, maybe really put a crooked number up on the scoreboard, that'll give us some breathing room. And
2-0 offering. There's going to be a ball hit into center field. It's going to score at least 2 runs. As that will put 2 runs on the board as Nolf gets off the 0 for 2 Schneid and gets a 2 RBI single as Fuller and Ott come around to score. Now it's a 5-1 ball game in favor of the Renegades.
all right, Ian Nolf comes through with a big hit.
Now this will be Taylor Hopkins. He is batter number 9, so everybody has hit through in the starting lineup here in this bottom of the 5th inning. So he is due up now. 2 outs here, 2 runners on. First pitch to him, downstairs and outside, ball 1. Cousins has had some problem here finding his command. Runners again on second and third now. Sorry, first and second. They cleared him off of third and had the runner from second score. That one fouled off, so Hopkins will be even at the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And runner on third had no problem. That was Fuller, obviously, with that single. And Ott scored from second. Imgarten moved over to second. Nolf had the 2 RBI single, stands at first. 1-1 offering on its way. That one missed everybody. So runners will advance on a wild pitch. I thought that was going to hit Hopkins. He just stood there like a statue, let it go by. I think he just needs to, put his gluteus maximus out a little more and he might have a free base.
Yeah, and that's the one place you definitely don't mind getting hit is right there in the backside. Although it could still sting. I was covering a high school game in Boonville, and I was actually taking pictures from the dugout, and had a foul ball ricochet off the back wall of the dugout, and it ricocheted off and hit me square in the wallet, literally in the wallet. Hit me in the back pocket where my wallet was.
Hope you had a lot of money in there to help pad it a little bit.
Wasn't necessarily a lot of money, but it was padded. Still felt it. And then 2 pitches later, another foul ball comes whizzing by my head, so I grab the catcher's mask and put it on.
So what I'm hearing you tell me is that if we're anywhere that's not behind a net, I should not stand close to you.
Yeah, be careful.
So 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Again, 2 outs here, runners on second and third now. 2-1 offering from Cousins. That one in the dirt. That doesn't get too far from the catcher. Hopkins again. Batter number 9 to come through here as everybody batted around here in this frame. 3 balls, 1 strike. Again, 4 runs have been put up. The Renegades lead by a score of 5-1. 3-1 offering from Cousins. That one fouled back. So we'll go full 3 balls and 2 strikes. Adonis Forte in the on-deck circle. He's already been through 1 time. Looking to get some more dirt on that uniform. He has some spots that are not covered yet.
Yeah.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. That one hit him, so Hopkins is going to be awarded a first. As now we'll go back to the top of the lineup. So now it'll be Adonis Forte.
And we're going to have another pitching change as the Nevada coach comes out for the 2nd time this inning. Actually, the 4th time this inning. First time. Got to change your pitchers when you come out for the 2nd time for the same pitcher. So Adonis is going to face a new man.
Number 30, we know that much.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to do another emissions drawing.
Eli Parker, I believe, is the name.
That's what we're going to go with.
625, 667.
So Eli Parker enters the game here. He inherits bases loaded.
You got to come on down and get a prize.
So he inherits bases loaded, top of the lineup to bat, who started the inning off 9 batters ago, was Adonis Forte. He'll be welcoming the new pitcher in Eli Parker.
Taking the mound for the Griffons, number 30, Eli Parker.
So he will be the welcoming party for Parker as bases loaded here. 2 outs. We've had bases loaded several times.
Maybe we need to come up with our own version of the Sonic Slam. I certainly don't think we can run the risk of giving away $25,000.
Well, we tried. I had this brilliant idea to do a home run hole out somewhere in the outfield, so it probably would have been either left or right of the scoreboard just because of having some extra support there. Yeah. But I wanted to put a big, 4 foot or so, bullseye out there with about a 16-inch hole in the middle. Mm-hmm. And if anybody hit a home run into that bullseye, we had to put a net on it. We checked on the insurance and stuff, had to put a net. It had to be verified by both head coaches and both umpires. But if anybody hit a home run into that hole, they'd win $5,000.
Ooh.
I thought that'd be a great promotion to bring people to the ballpark, but we ended up not doing it this year. We couldn't find a sponsor for it is really what we were looking for to help offset some of the costs of that. But I thought what a great opportunity, great thing to come to the ballpark and possibly win $5,000.
Maybe we just need to put a side up, put a picture of Rowdy on the top of the scoreboard. If you hit Rowdy, you get a free dinner at Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse.
That could be a good promotion. Always open to those ideas.
Hit a picture of Rowdy and he'd be up with his guns blazing. You have smoke coming out of his guns.
Yeah, we saw, who was it that hit? Somebody smoked a home run off the scoreboard. I don't even know when that was. That was this year. I don't remember who that did, but somebody just lit one up off the scoreboard. First time I've seen somebody hit the scoreboard.
Here?
Yeah. I don't remember what game it was or who it was.
Oh, shoot.
So this will be Adonis Forte stepping in for the second time here in this inning as we still play in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Might have been Nolan Drill.
Yeah, I think that might have been. So that pitch called strike 1. So again, 2 outs here, 0-1 count. As bases loaded, Forte at bat. He's got Imgarten on third, Nolf on second, Hopkins on first. So looking in to get the sign is Parker. 0-1 offering. That one bit upstairs. Evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, 2 outs here. We're just past 10 o'clock here on the Show Me Sports Network. Blake Gazaway and Tom Collins with you from the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. That one's going to be a well-hit ball. Left fielder going back on it. He's going to camp at the warning track. He'll make the grab for out number 3. We had the fireworks, but just came up short. As 4 runs put up in the inning for the Renegades, so they lead by a score of 5-1. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage, Renegades Baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative automotive.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Well, still trying to tally up the damage done there in that bottom of the fifth inning for the Renegades. They sent 10 batters to plate. They scored 4 runs, but here's the crazy thing is they have just 2 hits.
I've only got him with 1, but I did have one that I wasn't sure. I think I just forgot to mark what it was.
Yeah, you might. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think they only had 1. They had more hit batters than they did hits in the inning. It's not a good
achieved
thing.
about the maximum with the minimum, as Denny Matthews would say.
Yeah, it's not a good thing to have more hit batters than hits in an inning. So now it'll be top of the 6th inning will go. It'll be batters 5, 6, and 7. This is Luke Piazza leading it off. He's asking for time. This Davis Welch on the mound. Again, making his Renegades debut from Searcy, Arkansas. Plays at Harding, a right-handed sophomore. 6 foot, 185-pound pitcher. First pitch misses, ball 1.
And it's probably been, close to a good half hour since he last threw a pitch.
Yeah, it has been a long while, that's for sure.
That was a long bottom of the 5th. We had 2 pitching changes.
That pitch, that in there for called strike 1, so even at 1 ball, 1 strike. That was about the longest half inning of baseball I've seen in a good while. 1-1 offering. That one's going to be a bouncing ball. Ott's going to go. He's going to glove, flip to first in time as he backhands the flip for out number 1. That goes as a 4-3 put out. Now it's to be third baseman and Seth Gray. Remember, go riding with Doc and Norm, Mid-Missouri's leader in Premier Group travel. Group sizes of 1 to 100 or beyond. They do it all. Doc and Norm Direct, also the official transportation provider of the Renegades. They get us to all our games safely, efficiently, most importantly in style, with a nice ice-cold air conditioner on board their buses. First pitch to Gray is inside, ball 1. Book your next adventure with Doc and Norm Direct. Call them 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@moexpress.com. 1-0 offering. That one misses. Ball 2.
I would like to take a road trip one of these times. I would actually like to go to Iowa if we could get my schedule at the office. And
there's going to be a ball ripped into left field. That'll be a 1-out single for Gray. Well, you know, the problem right now is when we go to Iowa, we don't seem to play a lot of baseball.
Yeah.
Last year, we went down for 4 games and played 1. And this year, we went down for 4 games and played 1.
Coming to bat for the Griffons.
This will be his catcher, Grant Noakes. He walked his last time up, then hit into a 5-3 put out before that. This will be a good time to see something like a 6-4-3 double play or a 4-6-3 double play or a 5-4-3 or any combination of those.
Any combination that equals 2 outs would be okay.
Noakes digs in. First pitch to him. Outside, Fuller able to snag it on the way by.
Now, former Twins Hall of Fame pitcher, and he was also ended up also being a very good television and radio announcer for the Twins. Bert Blyleven actually says the double play is not the pitcher's best friend. He says it's the pitcher's very good friend.
That's true.
However, the triple play is what he says was the pitcher's best friend. And we did have the Renegades hit into one of those on the last home game.
Yeah, first time in a long time I've seen a triple play. So 2 balls, no strikes count. 1 out here. That pitch is going to get the outside part of the strike zone for strike 1.
I think I've seen 4 triple plays. Of course, one of them was in my brother's Little League softball game once. and involved a lengthy rundown.
You know what? It's still a triple play. Yeah. That's all that matters. So Welch will Look at second. Double look in there, but nobody's there. Time called by Noakes. So, not sure exactly what Welch is looking at. Maybe just trying to find a place to center himself before he makes that next pitch. So again, he'll get the sign, gets set. 2 balls, 1 strike count. That pitch in there for called strike 2. Now that makes it 2-2. Again, 1 out, runner on first base. So we play here in the top of the 6th inning. Potentially, the Griffons down to just a handful of outs now. Welch, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next delivery, that one just misses. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Did not miss by much. I think that's a pitch if there's 2 outs. I don't think I would want to take that a second time.
Yeah.
So full count now as Welch looks at the runner on first base. That's Gray. Now look back at second. Payoff pitch. That one upstairs, so walked him. So 1 out walk issued to Noakes. So now Mason Eastman, the left fielder, he is stepping in now. Right-handed batter.
Mason Eastman.
Drove in the Griffons' only run today with a sacrifice fly to center field.
And that sac fly, and then popped out to the catcher in foul territory.
I think he chased Forte to the furthest reaches of right center field with his sacrifice fly.
That one's going to be sliced foul. So he'll be down in the count at 0-1. Get our game 2 hours and 12 minutes old right now. We started right up at 8 o'clock. Not too bad for a doubleheader, only be an hour behind.
Yeah. I think I timed the first game at 2:16. Started at 5:05. So, and this game has been a little bit at a slower pace than the first game was, but of course we just batted for about 20 minutes or so.
Right. 0-1 offering will be forthcoming as Welch checks the runner at second. Second look in, he'll show bunt. He'll lay it down as Welch will glove, throw to first, and ball goes into right field. Diving stop by Ott as he saves the day. Johnny on the spot, and everybody's going to be safe as bases loaded with 1 out. What do you rule that one?
I'm going to call it a sacrifice and an error 1.
Now batting for Nevada, Max De Leon.
So it goes as a sacrifice and an E1. There's going to be a ball fouled back to Mo De Leon.
It was a very well-executed sacrifice bunt. It really wasn't necessarily the toughest throw, but it was a throw. And it looked like the throw and the runner both reached the base at the same time.
That one downstairs to De Leon.
And I'm almost not certain if there could have been an interference call.
I was kind of wondering that myself, too.
Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Eastman was in the box. I don't think he was out of the box, but I'm not sure if he was in the runner's lane, which goes 45 feet to the first base bag.
1-1 offering. That one's going to be fouled out of play. So now that'll make De Leon down in the count of 1 ball and 2 strikes.
But Colby Ott was hustling again on the play and was there to back it up to prevent further damage being done, and we still have the double play in order, and so
De Leon down in the count with bases loaded here and 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Davis Welch is 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
That pitch, that's going to be hit on the money off the glove of Nolf at first base, and everybody's going to be safe for the run scores.
That was wicked, and I know Ian Nolf will tell you he should have had that.
I most definitely would not have got a glove on that if I was playing on first base.
I don't think I would have either, so we'll just call that infield hit. It was pretty well hit, and
yeah, it's just a tough play. It's just a bullet shot right there at him on first base, and you just have to go off instinct. And he threw the glove out, but was not able to put a glove on it. So,
and that's not ordinary effort. That is not ordinary effort. That would he makes that play. Even if a run scores, he's going to get a nice hand. He'll get a nice hand from everybody. First base and third base are more reactionary positions than your middle infield positions. Ball comes at you really, really hard.
I think the only way he can grab that is he's got to have one of those super-sized 18, 22, 24-inch gloves that are comical to see because they're so ginormous. That's the only way he can put a glove on it.
And it is a first baseman is not easy to field ground balls on.
First pitch
it's really
to
not.
Chance is fouled off. Caleb Chance, the shortstop, fouls that one off, so he'll be down in the count at 0-1.
And the other thing it says in the score in the rule book for official scores is, when in doubt, give the benefit to the hitter
or the home team. 0-1 offering that one upstairs.
So if you get your if the listeners at home, if you want to check it out. Yes, there are rules for official scores. It's part of the baseball rules book.
So 1 ball, 1 strike count, again 1 out, bases still filled. Welch looks in, 1-1 offering. That one a bit high.
Yep. I actually have a copy of the rules book on my computer at the office, and I'll go and look through the official scores rules from time to time, and almost every time I've gone through it, I've actually learned a little something new.
Yeah, there's a lot of sections and subsections and subsections in it. So 2-1 offering, that one in there for called strike 2. I've glanced at it a few times. I'll be honest, it's been a minute since I looked at it, but I have looked at it a few times, perused it.
And the rules for scoring games really haven't changed a whole lot in 150 some odd years of baseball.
2-2 offering, that one upstairs, so we'll go full. But as we talked about, Savannah Bananas, they're trying to change the game. They have no walks, no bunting. You get a walk, you can sprint to as many bases as you can until all 9 players touch it for the other team. So a payoff pitch, that one's going to be a little nubber. It's going to be down the first base line. Nolf will glove, step on first for the out there, and the run will score.
Well, and that was a good job there by Ian, just taking it easy, taking what was there in front of him, not trying to do too much.
Jason Schneider.
This will be Jay Snyder stepping in now. Yeah, I agree. You take the out. You don't risk throwing it at home because if you airmail that and it gets down the line, multiple runs are going to score.
Still got a 2-run lead, and now we only have to get 4 more outs through this game.
But it shows why those runs were important.
Thank you.
So now it'll be runners on second and third with 2 outs. Welch's first pitch to Schneider outside, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike count. Schneider will dig back in. Welch, very deliberate here. There's going to be a bouncing ball. It's going to be taken by Hopkins at short. He'll glove. Throw to first in time for out number 3. That goes as a 6-3 put out and ends the inning. So a couple runs were scored, but Renegades still have the lead as they will come to bat here as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. So we'll take a quick break and be back as you're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium-grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs. To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Renegades leading by a score of 5-3. They won Game 1 of doubleheader action today in walk-off fashion, as they won by a final of 5-2, courtesy of a 3-run home run by TJ Rockerbomber. So 5-3 score in favor of the Renegades right now, as they plated 4 runs in the last half inning that went on for about half an hour or so. Had 2 pitching changes, had 3 or 4, if not 4 mound visits. All kinds of happenings going on. So this will be batters 2, 3, and 4. This will be Perkins to lead off, then Matashak and Fuller. So Brennan Perkins will be due up. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the day. As Parker still on the mound for the Griffons. First pitch to Perkins, and they're called strike 1. So it's Parker-Perkins matchup here, pitcher and batter. The no balls and 1 strike. Next delivery from Parker on its way. There's a big swing by Perkins for strike number 2.
It was a little late getting back on. I was texting Trevor because he just sent me a text asking how we were doing, and lo and behold, he ends up right here behind me.
0-2 offering. That one's going to be a little
Is that gonna
blooper.
get down? No!
Going to be caught by the left fielder.
Hung up there for the left fielder to make the play.
Well, that got up in the airstream and just hung up enough for Eastman to come over to get the grab. Now this will be right fielder Jack Matashak.
For the Renegades,
He's had a walk, another walk. RBI single, scored a run as well, has had a stolen base in his efforts today as well.
Jack has had a good day today.
First pitch downstairs gets by everybody for ball 1. Matashak trying to give Adonis Forte a run for his money on dirtiest uniform of the game. Doubleheader, I guess I should say.
Yeah, doubleheader. Although with Adonis, we're going to have 2 jerseys washed.
That one fouled back, so it'll leave the count at 1 ball, 1 strike.
River Oak Christian Academy.
I think Jack was wearing 13 in game 1 too. I think the 27 is actually his blue jersey number.
You might be right about that. Some of the jerseys, they don't have correlating numbers. That one's going to be a ball hit off the end of the bat, though, as center fielder coming in, still riding his horse in. He'll make the grab for out number 2. He flies out to center field. Now this will be Luke Fuller. He was hit by a pitch his last time up, then scored, eventually scored, was part of that 4-run bottom of the 5th inning.
There's the very first run.
It had 10 batters come to plate in the bottom of the 5th. This game's set for 7 innings, game 2 of our doubleheader. First offering over everybody's head. Fuller had to duck out of the way. So again, stepping back in is Fuller. He's ahead in the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Next pitch on its way. That one in the dirt. So we went high, now we went low. Equals 2 balls, no strikes. And Parker on the mound for the Griffons. Fuller to bat. He is the catcher here for game 2 of our doubleheader. Renegades won game 1 by a score of 5-2. They won it in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2 outs. At a 3-2 count. There's going to be a bouncing ball. It's going to get through into left field, so Fuller has his first official hit of the day with 2 outs here. He's been hit by pitch. He's walked. So he will be standing on first base.
The Renegades have 5 runs and only 4 base hits.
Yep. I said that inning they had more hit by pitches than they did actual hits.
So I've always felt that kind of weird. I've had more than one coach tell me, oh, well, I love having more runs than hits. And I can actually see that. Means you kind of take advantage of some stuff that's given to you, i.e. walks, hit batters, errors sometimes.
Rocker Bomber will see the first one up high for ball 1. So 2 outs here. As Parker again on the mound for the Griffons. 1 ball, no strike count. Rocker Bomber digging back in on the left-hand side of the plate. He won the game in walk-off fashion with a 3-run home run. Tried to swing for the fences there, fouls it back. In game 1, he sent that over that right field fence to win the game in the bottom of the 7th.
I wonder if he ever got the ball.
You might ask Ashley. She went out there to try to track it down. I don't know if she came back with it or not. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. Again, 2 outs here. Runner on first base. That's Fuller. Parker's 1-1 offering. That one downstairs in the dirt. Fuller's going to take off for second. They'll throw in there. He's safe. So Fuller has a stolen base. So now it'll be a runner on second base here with 2 outs. 2-1 count.
You know, nobody really knows this about me, but my initial plan was to do the very thing I'm doing right now. Do games on the radio.
Well, there's always time.
Always. I think for a while my ultimate dream was to be the play-by-play guy for, a professional team.
3-1 offering on its way. There's another ball that's hit in the air, got too much under it, and it's going to hang up in the wind stream. It'll be caught in right field for out number 3. So that will take us to the 7th inning. As still a 5-3 game in favor of the Renegades. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to exclusive coverage Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, I'm retired Army Sergeant Trent Dirks, and I want to tell you about an organization that saved and changed my life forever. Retrieving Freedom provides highly trained service dogs to veterans with disabilities and children with autism, absolutely free of charge, thanks to the generous donations and support from people just like you. Experts from Retrieving Freedom help throughout the entire process, from fostering programs through service dog placement. Retrieving Freedom gave me the skilled service dog Tracer, who has been my best friend and my lifeline. To find out more about how you can get involved, volunteer, foster, or to donate, visit their website, retrievingfreedom.org. Retrieving Freedom, changing lives through the training and placement of service dogs for veterans with disabilities and children with autism.
We go to the top of the 7th inning here as the Renegades look to close it out here. They're 3 outs away from winning both games of the doubleheader, as Vice President for the Renegades, Steve Miner, running the Renegades flag around the field, trying to get those in attendance up on their feet. Most of the fans, I think, have hung around. A few with youngsters have left early. I understand that completely, but a lot of the fans have decided to hang out with us here at the ballpark. In a long day, we started at 5 o'clock, so we've been playing baseball on and off for the last 5.5 hours. So it'll be batters. 3, 4, and 5 come to plate. This is Martino, then Pickering, and then Piazza.
Davis Welch back out to try to close this one out. He is in line for the win. He is the pitcher of record. He was on the mound when the Renegades took the lead.
First offering, a bit low, ball 1.
So, and I don't know if ace reliever Tyler Schmitz, who was the winning pitcher in Game 1, if DeMello's wants to come in case he needs to close this one out, or
that one in there for strike 1. He's been warmed up, so for sure it's a possibility. Didn't pitch much, didn't need him much in that first game.
No.
That one inside and low. Takes us 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Tom, you've done a great job on air tonight, so if the working for the paper doesn't work out for you can always think about another career and getting into the broadcasting. I'm coming up on doing this for 20 years now, and it seems like that's more than half my life I've done broadcasts, which is pretty crazy. There's going to be a ball hit on the end, diving play at first by Nove. He'll flip to Welch for the out.
Oh!
That is a bang-bang play right there.
That was a great play by Nolf. He was kicking himself. He had the ball go off his glove previous inning, and he was kind of kicking the dirt after that.
He redeemed himself right there.
Redeemed himself right there, and Davis Welch got off the mound and got there in a hurry, and that was a very nice play for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
Andrew Pickering, the right fielder, due up now. First pitch to him downstairs, ball 1. Yeah, I also feel your sentiment about wanting to be on a pro team. Of course, if I'm waiting for the Chiefs to call me for them to say Mitch is ready to retire and they need me to take over, I will gladly step up and do that in a heartbeat. As that one's going to be fouled. Going over is M. Garton, and he cannot make the grab in foul territory.
But doing the radio games for the Jefferson City Renegades, helping you out, being your color commentator for a game or two.
I appreciate it.
Just as much fun.
Well, like I said, if Chiefs ever call, I interned with them, so they do know who I am.
Okay.
So I don't think Mitch is going to be ready to retire for a few seasons still. But when he is, I'm expecting them to call me up to take over for him.
Take
so
over right away, yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike count. That one a bit upstairs. So that'll make it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh.
But, that's the thing is I've had the opportunity to call everything from high school and some younger games to professional stuff and a lot of different sports. And, it doesn't matter to me. It's all fun. I enjoy it. And it's nice to hear from our listeners. That one inside for ball 3. Enjoy hearing from the listeners, the parents and grandparents, and those that can't make it to the game that listen in, and enjoy that just as much. And, I get just as much enjoyment watching high school kids, watching these collegiate players as I do calling for, some of the pro opportunities I've had as well. So it's all fun to me. That one swung on and missed for strike 2.
I really enjoy my job because, I really enjoy watching the kids, and I kind of feel like my writing style is kind of geared towards, I want to make people who maybe were not able to be at the game feel like they were at the game. That's kind of how I do it.
Payoff pitch. That one's a ball that's going to be lifted into center field right to Adonis Forte for out number 2. So now it's 1 out away from getting the doubleheader sweep of the Griffons as first baseman Luke Piazza steps in. This is really, if the Renegades can pull off the win here and get the doubleheader sweep of the Griffons, it's really the shot in the arm, kind of like you talked about earlier, that they've needed as they snapped the 6-game losing skid they were on and started a 2-game win streak. If they can close it out right here. First pitch down central, called strike 1. So Piazza will be down in the count. And no balls and 1 strike as Davis Welch still on the mound here for the Renegades. They lead by a score of 5-3. Looking to get game 2 win here. We played 14 innings of baseball. 13 and a half, I guess I should say. That one misses outside, evens count 1-1. Been on the field for about 5.5 hours now for baseball and on the air. Of course, we had a few breaks now and then, but 1 ball, 1 strike count.
But yeah, I've certainly been enjoyed being a part of this and wouldn't mind doing it again if the situation arises.
That one's a big swing and a miss. So now the Griffons are down to their last strike. That's one thing this year I really enjoyed. We've had kind of a whole cast of broadcasters doing the games. Color commentary, I guess I should clarify, has had several board members, had some players step on. It's been fun. I've enjoyed that. Had Ben do a lot of games. He's been doing great. He'll be back. He's out of town visiting family. The 1-2 offering, that one a bit inside. So he was out of town, so I said, absolutely, I can make sure these games get on. He's done a great job. It's been great for me to see him develop and get more confident on the broadcast and do a great job. And, we just had a lot of fun this season. We'll continue on. And the best way I think we can close it is with the Meek League Championship.
Yeah.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Next pitch on its way. There's a bouncing ball. It's going to go to Ott. He'll glove. He'll throw to first base, and that's the game. As that goes as a 4-3 put out. And that is our game as the Renegades win Game 2 of the doubleheader. So they sweep Game 1 by a final of 5-2. They win Game 2 by a final of 5-3 as they come out, put on a show here tonight, and they're rewarded with not having to play the bottom half of the frame. So get a little rest for their bodies here, and most importantly, they snap the 6-game losing skid, start a 2-game win streak here tonight as have a 6-game homestand coming up. The caveat to that is these 6 games all happen within a course of 4 days, so a lot of baseball yet to be played. As tomorrow night, the St. Joseph Mustangs come to town. That's set for a 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll have pregame about 6:40. First pitch at 7. Then Friday night, another doubleheader as the Des Moines Peak Prospects come to town. That a 5 and 7 o'clock doubleheader. And then Saturday night, it'll be a non-list one by a 5-2 margin. Game 2 goes in their favor, 5-3. Well, Tom, it's been a pleasure. Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
It's just a great way to start off for the Renegades. Hopefully this will get them going. I'd like to, everybody remember the 3-run homer by T.J. Ruckemarker to win Game 1. Had great pitching tonight.
That's true.
Caleb Carricker threw 4 solid innings. Davis Welch making his debut gets the win in relief in Game 2. And we had Brandon Maltby threw a great 6 innings in Game 1. And Tyler Schmitz got the win with the walk-off home run. It's been a lot of fun to do the game on here. I hope.
Importantly for the Renegades, as they get the win, they move to 11-15 on the season. For the Griffons, they drop to 10-19 as they drop both games here to the Renegades. First one by a final of 5-2. Game 2 goes in favor of the Renegades at 5-3. As we'll be back in action tomorrow night as the St. Joseph Mustangs come to town. That's set for a 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll have pregame on the air about 6:40 with first pitch coming at 7 o'clock. So until we talk to you tomorrow, for Tom Collins, I'm Blake Gasaway for the Show Me Sports Network. Until we talk to you tomorrow night about 6:40 with our pregame show. So long and have a great evening.
You've been listening to the biggest and absolute best game coverage in mid-Missouri on the exclusive home for Jefferson City Renegades baseball, the Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network. The Show Me Sports Network broadcast crew are the ones that know your Renegades the best. Exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball has been brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City,
Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares,
Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance,
Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC,
Haslog Landscaping and Design,
Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and
Walk Off Wood Bat Company. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Join us anytime on the web at ShowMeSportsNetwork.com or find us on Facebook by searching the Show Me Sports Network. The Show Me Sports Network and the Renegades Radio Network, your exclusive home for
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.